this that new Chanel. This that split, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Historic Lambeau Field fittingly abuts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions.
Kickoff for Detroit.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Focusing on me with some Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he will find the open man as Jamon Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is...
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing deep for Galladay, and that will be incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Irvin to return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, and they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's good for 28 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete.
16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of
That's probably
yards.
as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And some space here. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
44 yards on the play. First down, Lions. That's
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Lions, nothing.
Now the second active leading rusher in the NFL, it's Adrian Peterson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the Packers' 17-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 17 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Now Jones. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamon Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Packers 21, Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On play action, now Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Packers add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
28. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Detroit.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Aaron Jones.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
The tackle made by
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we go for the circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now a timeout.
That's good.
7 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Devin Funchess, incomplete.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
For a Green Bay.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
14. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first. And Packer pressure, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Touchdown, Packers! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Mason Crosby.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Packers 45, Lions 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. Third down here.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rep. 53's the mark. 53, check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Check. 53's light. Check. 53's light. Watch the flag. 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 We're doing it. We're doing it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Jones. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rodgers throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling, and he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 20-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on first down, they did that, plus 3.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for